Late bedtimes and sleeping in.
Well,
make
back
it
to
hard
school
to
means
summer
back
break.
to bed at a
That
decent
routine
hour.
limits
As a
the
mom of
return
3,
to
I know
school.
that's easier said than done, especially after a fun summer of late nights. So joining me live virtually this morning is Dr. Chris Allen, known as the sleep doctor of social media with nearly 500,000 followers. Dr. Allen, you're a neurologist and you know a lot about this topic. For most of our North Carolina school districts, the first day back is Monday. So it's crunch time for routines. How do
Oh,
we
yeah.
go about helping our children go to bed at maybe 8 o'clock when all summer they've been up till 10?
I know, and I get this question a lot. And, some people are not going to like this because I usually say you want to start 2 weeks before. So if you haven't started now, what you want to do is work on your wake time and the bedtime because, like, their brains still think it's summer. And
Hmm.
so, whatever time you want them to wake up, have them wake up at that time consistently. And then, in increments of 15 minutes or half an hour, start having them go to bed earlier and earlier. Don't wait till Sunday night. Yeah.
Soon. Talk about the optimal bedtime per age and the number of hours of sleep school-age children really need.
And so the optimum bedtime for age, it goes by the hours, and you have to figure out what time they actually have to wait up for school. And so
Hmm.
if you're a school age, right in preschool, like around 5 years, you want 10 to 13 hours. And
Mm.
usually school age from 6 to 13 is 9 to 12 hours. And then teenage up until graduation, I tell them 8 to 10 hours of sleep.
All right, so even high schoolers cannot pull those all-nighters and take that
Oh,
test
no.
effectively. What about naps? Elementary students, I know, have the habit, better or worse, of crashing on the car ride home or couch. If they fall asleep, how long should we let them sleep without totally derailing bedtime?
And you got to be careful with that. Now, the younger kids that are like, right in the preschool, first, second
Hmm.
grade, when they have that, no more than like 20 minutes. But the older you get, if they start crashing at that time, one of the things you have to remember, that's still in time from nighttime. So do your best. Like if it's more than 20 minutes, just try to get them up to see what you can.
Hmm.
And one of the things that'll help that too, going back to what I said earlier in the morning, get that sunlight. So as soon as they're up,
Yeah.
make sure that sunlight is there for you.
Your signature Instagram line is, quote, "If I wasn't afraid of hurting your feelings," and then you give suggestions. So, Dr. Chris, if you were not afraid of hurting parents' feelings, what is the most important thing you'd tell us about sleep during the school year?
So one thing is that there's two things. One, whatever your bed routine is will be what your children's routine
Hmm.
is. So you got to lead by example. And a
Hmm.
lot of times we give them expectations that we won't do for ourselves. And then second, you have to land them going into bed. So especially bedtime doesn't start when their head hits the pillow. It's a half an hour before, or
Yep.
at least an hour.
They want to read at least 1 to 3 books before bed. Dr. Chris
Oh yeah.
Allen, thank you so much for your time and expertise, sir.